2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
The 2K Sports pregame show.
Tonight we'll see the Denver Nuggets playing against the Boston Celtics in Boston. Well, for Boston, they lost their first matchup against these guys. This, their final game against them in the regular season, looking to finish with a split. And Kemba Walker said he never expected to be a superstar in this league. But, Shaq, that's exactly what he's become.
Well, listen, he's kept working, and when the losses piled up, instead of pointing fingers at Kenny, he looked in the mirror and said, Shaq, you're beautiful. How can I get better?
Well, I'm not sure if I call Kemba a superstar yet, but a budding star is a better term. His development as a shooter has opened up the rest of his game, and he turned a weakness that he had at one time to a strength.
There's Kevin.
A terrific evening look at Old Town there. The historic city of Boston is our backdrop tonight. A good Friday night to you sports fans. You've come to the right place. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. Moments away, it'll be the Denver Nuggets going up against the Boston Celtics here in Boston. I'm Kevin Harlan here with Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and our sideline reporter, the Hall of Famer David Aldridge. Tonight with us as well, the Book of Basketball author, Bill Simmons. Bill, great to see you.
It's great to be here. Nobody is more impressed than my 11-year-old son, who can't believe that he's playing a video game and gets to hear my voice. When he hears my voice just yelling at him normally, now he gets to hear me break down basketball.
But it's kind of fun, isn't it?
Yeah,
how
he
great
likes
is
it.
that?
Yeah.
DA, it's all yours.
Guys, Celtics coach Brad Stevens is known for his play calling. Ron James said he has so many different wrinkles. You've got to keep your head on a swivel. He'll run something you've never seen before. But Stevens said, honest to God, I've stolen everything we've ever done from somebody else. Kevin?
I love his honesty. All right, thank you, DA. You know, Bill, you've seen Gordon Hayward work his way back from injury. How much longer do you think until he's 100% both physically and mentally?
Well, he's basically lost 2 years. You know, he lost the first year, obviously, because of the injury, and then the second year was really up and down. And he would have these waves where he was confident for a week or two, and then it would just go away again. Heading toward the playoffs, he looked great, and then it went away again.
Right.
And I always felt like he had a little bit of PTSD from the injury, where there would be times where he just didn't want to drive in traffic and bounce off people and play in the air. And if you watched him in Utah, that was all the stuff that made him special. Like, he was a really athletic player, and when you lose that, it's hard to get back. It's hard to trust, like, when you land, somebody's foot's not going to be there.
It's like if you blew a knee, you're always worried about people down around you, right?
So
All
the role
time.
model would be Paul George, because Paul George, you could see the first year he came back, it was a lot of the same. You know, he was a little nervous in the air. He wasn't as physical as he used to be, and then it came back and then some. So the hope with Hayward is that happens.
Yeah, absolutely. Now the starting group for the Denver Nuggets. Millsap and Jokic, the big men. The backcourt is Murray and Harris. And it's Porter at the 3, the small forward. And for the Celtics, on is the 2 with Tatum at the 3. Enes Kanter is out there with Hayward. And it's Walker in at the point. Now Hayward. Following the miss by Michael Porter from deep. Murray outside. And the 3 off target. And so it's Walker with it, who brings it up for the Boston Celtics. Last game against the Nuggets, they lost in the Mile High City.
Well, they made a few key shots, but missed many more. It was a rough night for them offensively.
And you know what? If you're not going to outwork your opposition, then you typically are going to get outplayed.
Boston shooting their first shots from the free throw line tonight.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And that one falls for Tatum.
During his rookie season, Jason Tatum was Boston's go-to guy in the Eastern Conference Finals. A rare opportunity, and that young fella delivered at a high level.
And so Tatum nails them both.
Already a very confident player. Knocking down those free throws only fuels that.
And Jason Tatum, his rookie year regular season was good. Then the numbers went up a lot in the playoffs. And then the second year, just for whatever reason, his compass was off track.
The thing with him is the free throw attempts. Like, if you look at Carmelo and Kevin Durant and some of the better scoring forwards over the years, those first couple of years, they were getting to the line. And with him, he went to the line 3.1 times last year, which is crazy. That's not even one free throw attempt a quarter.
Yeah.
So he should be in the 8-9 range. He's unstoppable when he goes to the basket. He's got long arms. He can finish with either hand. And for him to settle for 20-footers, which we know is the worst shot in basketball, it's really frustrating. Yeah. I hope you're listening, Jason.
He is. He's playing it, actually.
He's playing me right now.
Yes,
Jason, if you're playing yourself right now, go to the basket.
The defense made an impact right there. Definitely got him uncomfortable going up with it.
Harris against Walker. Harris passes to Jokic. The shot, no good. Hayward with some nice D.
Yeah, slow start right now. 5 straight misses to get this one going.
And Walker kicks to Brown. The shot comes out. And Denver the other way now. First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
You know, an area worthy of further development for Murray is keeping his teammates involved.
Now here's Walker. A 26-point game for him in the win against Miami. Porter against Tatum. 6 to shoot. Back to Walker. From deep. Boston. No good that time either.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
You know, guys, I think he's got confidence to shoot it from anywhere, but he could have gotten a better one than that.
Tatum drives in. And a missed layup. And it's Harris with the ball for Denver. And a wide open look for Porter. Jokic passes to Porter. Back to Jokic. Shoots over Cantor. And Jokic with the basket on the assist by Porter. Bill, you look at the awards given out by the league. Most have been around for a while. But is there any award that you'd like to add? Something that's not being touched on in terms of high performance and success?
I think that there should be a playoff MVP. I made this case in my book.
That's a great idea.
There's always like a best guy in every postseason, and I would like to see who that would be. And it's pretty easy to go backwards and figure out who it was. I did that. Just go backwards and have all the backstory of who it should have been, but then going forward, now here are the ones we're adding. I would like to see that. I would also like to see a best bench celebration award, because certain teams just have these guys. They're good at pointing. They're good at fist pumping. First guy during the timeout running over.
Chest bumps.
They have handshakes.
All of it, yeah.
They're waiting at the scorer's table before the game to do the special handshake with each guy. I feel like that guy deserves some shine. Last year, DeAndre Jordan, I think, was one of the first guys I remember who was just great at this before he started playing. Late 2000s clips. I was like, man, this guy's really, he's not playing, but he's really figuring out how to affect the game.
Good. I like that. Here's Brown following the score by Jamal Murray. There's Walker with the 3. The shot's good. Brown making the play.
You can see why Walker's participated in the three-point contest. I mean, he's an ideal participant. He's a volume deep ball shooter.
Now here is Harris. He had 13 points in the win against New York. Here's Millsap. And it's slammed in by Millsap.
And, you know, even though he's undersized, Millsap doesn't back down. He's good at outworking everybody on the glass.
Walker against Murray. Now here's Walker. And we know he can score. He's averaging around 21.5 points a game. And the shot goes in.
Love when Tatum puts it on the floor now. Superb at driving right to the basket and has excellent speed to get there.
And it's the Nuggets with the ball. Now Murray. He's coming off a 13-point game against New York. The pass to Jokic. Goes back up. And Millsap with the layup. Millsap's got his second bucket of the game to go.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
Pretty clear they're dominating that area. They've come out with a lot more energy and effort so far.
Bill, if you were building a franchise from scratch, which one current player would you begin with or build around?
Probably Giannis, because he's
Still
turning
young enough
25 this
and-
year. I still feel like the ceiling of what he's going to do is go up as he becomes more of a shot maker. He's really durable, which I think is underrated. Like, he's just built to play basketball. There's certain guys like that. I think Kevin Garnett was like that. Tim Duncan was like that. Just guys who you just know are going to be around for 17, 18 years. The way I like to watch the running styles, and the game just comes so easy to him. He's so athletic and really cares and is really competitive and just wants to do this and win at basketball. That's how I pick.
Here's Harris. Kemba Walker making his last shot. Harris kicks to Murray. From the arc. Denver with a new 14. Porter passes to Murray. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. Murray's got 6.
One of the things Murray does well is shoot the mid-range shot. He's actually deadly from there. Can't give him that kind of room.
Hayward on the wing. It's good for his second make. He's made 2 or 3 so far.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
Here's Murray. 6 points for him. Dishes it to Harris. Outside, Porter. Passes it to Jokic. Over Cantor. And it's Jokic missing.
You know, he looks a little off-kilter to me this quarter, still trying to find his rhythm.
And finished off by Brown.
And Brown runs the floor like a locomotive, 225 pounds, and wrecks defenses in transition.
Denver's gone just 1 of 4 from 3-point range here in the first. To the inside. Here's Millsap. His shot is good. Scores his 3rd basket in 6 tries. Shooting 50%.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
Yeah, sensational is a really good word for it, Greg. They're tearing it up on the glass.
Now a timeout called by Boston. And as the coaches go to the clipboard to outline their strategy during the timeout, the players getting a chance to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's key to staying fresh all the way to the final whistle.
And Kevin, it really is. And every one of these players knows it. They're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really starts to add up.
And Bill, over a quarter of today's NBA players were born in a country other than the United States. The talent is that broad all over the globe.
And Giannis was born on another planet. We don't know what planet
He is
he was.
otherworldly.
It wasn't Earth. I think he just got dropped from some satellite. Yeah, this all starts with
I love it too, don't you? I love the fact
do.
we've got players from Latvia and Greece and all over playing.
What's cool about it is they all kind of have distinct identities and quirks, and one of the things that makes somebody like Doncic so much fun to watch is he's not like anybody else. Like, he's close to James Harden, but he's also that step back 3 that he was taking that he's been making his whole life. Other than Harden, nobody was even really shooting it that way, you know? And I think there's an unselfishness with the European guys that is really useful for the way the American style.
100% agree.
They really, guys move without the ball. It's give and go, and it's not just like clear out, I'm up.
Yeah. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Pass to Morris. Feeds it to Barton. 5 to shoot. It's stolen by Tice. Wanamaker looking over the floor. In the corner, Tatum with it. That's tipped. And he makes good on the layup. Now it's a 5-point Celtic lead.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Here's Wanamaker, covered by Morris. And the foul called on Paul Millsap. That's his first foul. And the Nuggets making a change here. Beasley's checked in. On defense, Denver. It's a 5-point game. Here's Smart. No good. Shot missing. Plumlee with some nice D.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
Yeah, I like the way they're setting the tone. Really playing with a lot of energy here at the start.
And with the 2K Esports League, Bill, players not only get a salary, they can also sign endorsement deals. They're celebrities now unto themselves.
So what are the endorsement deals that the 2K players sign? Is it like hat? Because you're not really moving. Nobody can people see your clothes? They can, right?
They can
so you
see
need
your
sneakers,
clothes. Maybe it's a hat. Maybe it's
drinks,
a shirt. All of it.
Do the announcers get endorsement deals? Where's our endorsement deal?
Well, if
money?
they don't, we could probably make the stab for it right here.
I'm ready.
This is the venue to do it right here.
I'm ready to do whatever.
Let's change the culture.
CTC.
And off to an incredible start here early from long range.
Lighting it up from outside. Hard to keep up with this.
The Nuggets trail by 8. Timeout is called. First of the game for the Nuggets.
They're trying to stem the tide here.
Yeah, you know, they had to do something, anything to stop this run. You can't just let it go on any longer.
And with a moment, let's check out the stats for Marcus Smart. His last 10 games, averaging about 7 points, 4 assists, and 2 rebounds. And while the numbers are decent, I really feel like he can do more.
Yeah, you know, his issue is more mental right now, I think. He just needs to block out the distractions and get back to being the star that he is.
Morris finds Barton. Plumlee against Williams. Clock at 6. To stop the drought, it's deflected. Tatum deciding where to go with it. And again, Boston with the triple. And we'll get a look at how the hustle stat game has been going for Boston.
Well, in the first half of play, they're closing out aggressively, blocking shots. A key indicator of their activity on the defensive side.
Something else they've done right so far from the get-go tonight is run. I mean, so much of their offense has come off the fast break.
And here's Plumlee. After Jason Tatum getting his shot to go from deep. No good from Beasley.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over him.
Tatum drives in. Williams. And it's sent back by Plumlee. And the Nuggets pushing it up now. Here's Barton. Rebound by Williams. Here's Wanamaker. His last outing, he had 8 points. Pass to Smart. Lets it go with a 3. Some solid defense from Grant. What a performance for Jason Tatum. He has been the story so far for the Boston Celtics. Between his points and his rebounds, he was a star for him in that quarter. Back to the action after this word. Gordon Hayward reunited with his college coach Brad Stevens. He said they go way back.
Our relationship started when I was in high school. He came to my morning workouts and really recruited me at Butler and was kind of the first guy that I think believed in me that I could make it to the next level.
And I'm sure, Greg, that relationship played a big role in Hayward deciding to join the Boston Celtics.
And not just a connection, but a respect. Hayward now a veteran in this league, while Stevens has moved into the conversation for one of the better young coaches in our league.
And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And a very convincing performance from the Celtics so far.
Coming in hot. They were sharp from the perimeter right out of the gate.
Well, the player and ball movement has been excellent. Finding space, operating in space, and when they've gotten open shots, they've knocked them down.
Daniel Tice out there with Jason Tatum. Then it's Marcus Smart. And it's Wanamaker in at the point guard. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the Celtics. Tatum's shot is off.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
And you know what, guys? That will pump him up because he takes a ton of pride in what he does on defense.
You've been producing documentaries, going deeper into athlete stories, which I know you love, because I think you're curious more than anything else.
Yeah.
So what drew you to that process?
Initially, it was we dove into these stories. We thought that was the inefficiency of, instead of these big, broad type of documentaries, concentrate on events and players and moments and things like that. And I think as you get into that, you start doing it, it just becomes intoxicating. And the cool thing about it is no story should be told the same way you would tell somebody else's story. You just don't know. You got to figure it out. Like we had Steve Nash his last Lakers season. He wanted to do a documentary about it. And then we spitballed it, and we decided it was actually a better idea to do an in-the-moment digital series about it that you could experience in real time with the thing. And it was the right idea, and that was really good. I think trying to figure out what story clicks the best with an athlete, how to tell whatever story they have correctly is the coolest part about that.
And some of what Smart gives this team doesn't always show up in the stat sheet, but he makes plays that help you win.
This is his first free throw of the game.
Shooting 2.
And that one falls for Smart. Jokic, he's checked in for Denver. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. And Morris has got the ball here for Denver. They trail by 11. They are coming into this having notched a win against the Knicks in their last game.
Yeah, those road games are tricky, but they had a good strategy going in and stuck to what they do best.
Yeah, you know, game balls all around in that one. A terrific team effort. They trusted in their system and executed well to get the win.
Well, it was the Boston Celtics winning their last game against the Heat.
They shot the lights out from deep, really stretched out the defense in that one.
There's all kind of talk in the game today about stretching the floor, because when you do that, everything else just becomes a little easier.
And he's got his first free throw of the game. That free throw, no good. Bill, it's no secret that your heart lies in Boston. Just what was it like growing up in and around that area?
Well, it's definitely the reason I like sports as much as I do, because it's so sports obsessed. A lot of it is cold weather stuff, I feel like, where there's 5 months a year that just stink, and then there's 3 other months that, you know, it's just smoking hot and humid. And so the sports makes everybody kind of crazy because you're crazy anyway. But there's nothing like being in Boston when something good's happening, like Celtics making an NBA playoff run, or the Bruins making a cup run, or the Red Sox in September when the Yankees are coming to town, or the Saturday before a Patriots game. You can kind of feel it as the community of it. That's the difference between here and a place like LA.
It's formed you as a professional, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Celtics leading by 10. Walker surveying the floor. In the corner, it's Hayward. Back to Walker. The basket good off the assist from Hayward. And it's 7 points for Walker.
And, you know, Hayward's floor recognition and composure, really impressive. Knows precisely when to pass over to the open man.
Now, here is Morris. He averages a bit over 6 points a game. Now the pass to Beasley. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. And as we check out this year's contenders for the dunk contest, we get a look at some of the showmen, the best showmen in the NBA.
And with the names on that list, you know we're going to have a crazy competition this year.
You look at Tatum, and I know he'd like to make a move up in the consideration. He's got all the athleticism you hope for from a dunk contest participant.
He sure does. Lots of competition, though, in the running this year to get that big invite.
And so that's the breakdown as it currently stands. We'll be keeping you all updated with the latest info and, of course, our final list of contestants as we get closer.
Yeah, and if they don't invite me to be a judge, I'm still going.
He's been ice cold tonight. And, you know, you look at the scoreboard, guys, they really could have used his contributions.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, if you were going to lose Kyrie Irving, why not replace him with Kemba Walker? The Celtics brought Walker in from Charlotte last offseason, and it looks like he's going to pay off big time in Boston. The Celtics didn't exactly do what they wanted the last couple of years, but with Walker and Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum and a hopefully healthy Gordon Hayward, the Celtics aren't exactly going to be in the lottery anytime soon either.
Well, you're right on that, D.A. They're still stocked, and we love Walker. He'll, I think, mix well with this team. Thank you.
And, you know, the pure combination of speed and confidence makes Walker a great talent. He feels like he can go toe-to-toe against anybody and never backs up.
Looking at who's out there now for the Celtics. Enes Kanter's checked in for Daniel Tice, and it's Brown in for Smart. Big group substitution here for Denver. Paul Millsap's checked in for Plumlee. Michael Porter comes in for Jeremy Grant. Harris is checked in for Malik Beasley, and it's Jamal Murray in for Morris.
And not just a scorer, but a distributor as well. Porter's court awareness is really impressive.
Murray against Walker. Passes it to Poirier. Back to Walker. And it's Jokic with the rebound. Jokic has got 4 rebounds now tonight. And stolen by Hayward. Walker finds Brown. Back to Walker. Brown outside. 5 on the clock. Boston needs to get off a shot. Again, the miss by the Celtics. The Nuggets trail by 11. For 3, Murray, and he's good on the 3 ball. Murray's got 9.
Murray plays with such a nice rhythm, especially on offense, and he's got a really good feel and understanding of when to shoot the pull-up.
Now here's Brown. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against Miami.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
Definitely saved a layup with that foul, and he'll make him earn them from the line, and that's what you want to see.
For Boston, they have hit most of their free throws tonight, 5 of 6.
Shooting 2.
That free throw good from Brown.
And they're really getting more points at the free throw line here in the second quarter.
And Greg, definitely that's one of the reasons they're in front right now.
And Brown drops them both.
And the vertical that Brown has is quite impressive. As relentless a finisher that you'll find in this league.
Murray against Walker. Rebound Boston. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. Following this one, they get to host the Cavaliers. That game will conclude a 3-game homestand. And it's off the back rim, no good.
Clearly the defense could have been better there, guys, but he also needs to convert that.
Here's Jokic, and Jokic slams it in.
At his size, Jokic a threat to throw it down, showing you how dominant he can be inside.
Walker with it. 8 points for him. Here's Poirier. Brown outside. And it's Jokic with the rebound. Jokic has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Here's Porter and Hayward with the block. And he gets it back. Second chance shot. In a fast break now for the Celtics. Walker's running. No good with the triple.
Well, you know, they're in the lead, but he's still been frustrated from an offensive standpoint.
Murray. Here's Jokic. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Jokic has got 4 points now in the quarter.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness, Greg. I mean, if they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
For the finish, and finished off by Porter.
Well, you got to be on guard when Jokic is in the area now. He's adept at reading defenses and going after steals.
Hayward from outside. It's hauled in by the Nuggets. Jokic has got his 7th rebound here tonight. Here's Harris, and it's blocked by Brown, and he's able to get it back. Murray, no good.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Just his first attempt. The shot's good from Cantor. And the Celtics lead by 6.
Boy, Brown not just a super athlete, folks, but he's got excellent skills as well. A tremendous floor general.
And it's Harris with the ball for Denver. Teardrop shot, and it's good on the way in.
Excellent decision maker. Love how decisive Harris is in the pick and roll.
Out to Hayward. There's the triple. Rebound by the Nuggets. Jokic has got 8 rebounds in this game. Stolen by Cantor. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. For Boston, they have been good at the free throw line. This one, 7 of 8. No good on the free throw.
And, you know, there's no question about it. Hayward is an exciting player and an athletic forward who can really, really score.
Robert Williams, he's checked in for the Celtics. Harris outside. Walker against Murray. Outside Millsap. Shot clock at 6. From deep three-point range. Rebound by Williams. Celtics leading by 5. Walker the pass to Cantor. Outside Williams. Doesn't go for him. Nice D from Porter. Denver's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Murray against Walker. The Nuggets with another miss.
And he has definitely been struggling in this quarter.
You know, guys, it seems to me as though he's over anxious. He seems to be pressing, trying too hard, moving too fast. Just needs to calm himself down and wait for good shots. Sensational ball movement there. When you pass the ball like that, good things happen.
The Nuggets trail by 7. And here is Murray. 9 points in the game so far. Jokic kicks to Porter. Murray outside. Trying to find Jokic. Gets it to him. Throws it down as the official calls the foul. It may be a 3-point play. That's on Jaylen Brown.
Jokic doing a really good job that time, concentrating and maintaining his balance despite being fouled.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. And some changes here for the Celtics. Jason Tatum comes in for Gordon Hayward. And Brad Wanamaker subbed in for Kemba Walker. And Denver also making a switch. Barton is checked in.
And, you know, guys, it's really obvious that Jokic wants to keep getting better. I mean, he's got a lot of tools, and I think the sky's the limit.
Here's Wanamaker. He's usually able to provide some lift to his team, averaging 6 points a game. He kicks it to Tatum. It's Brown on the wing. Just 5 on the clock. Shoots over Barton. Bank shot, no good.
I wonder what the score would be if they weren't controlling the backboard.
And Greg, it's clearly been their edge, and in a close game like this, you look for every edge you can find.
Now here's Porter. A 17-point game for him in the win against the Knicks in New York. Wide open look here for Murray. Rebound by Williams. Williams has got rebound number 5 here tonight.
And he's been way off the mark this quarter. It's been ugly.
And Wanamaker gets it to go.
Huge hole in the defense that possession. He didn't waste any time cutting through.
1:29 left here in the second. Bill, we so appreciate you stopping by, spending some time with us. Always feels like there's so much more to talk about, which means we got to get you back here, if you don't mind.
Yeah.
We'll look forward to that.
Yeah, that'd be great.
And Clark, you know what? Bill will always give you a great point of view.
And you know what? I think he needs his own barbershop talk show, Kevin. I mean, he's done everything else in media. Go barbershop on him, Bill.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam.
Really piling on the lead with a dunk like that.
And it's the Nuggets with the ball, following the bucket by the Celtics. And he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. And 11 points for Jokic.
And boy, has he picked it up since the start of the second. His shots now starting to fall.
Kicks it to Brown. Six on the shot clock. Pass to Canner. Over Jokic. It's not going to go for him. Good work defensively by Millsap. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. And finished off by Porter.
And once Porter has some momentum behind him, boy, he just rides it to the basket. An exceptional dunker of the ball.
Here's Wanamaker. 5 points in the game. Pass to Brown. Back to Wanamaker. Fires for 3.
Boy, the determination on defense is pretty impressive from Murray. Really doing his best to pester the shooters.
So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. Celtics lead by 4. We'll get right back to the action when we return.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings to each and every one of you watching at this very moment. I'm Ernie Johnson. Kenny the Jet Smith is here. Shaq is here. One half is behind us. Welcome to the 2K Sports Halftime Show. It was all Jason Tatum in the first quarter. He had 12 points, 5 rebounds, and 1 assist. Kenny, what's your take on Boston so far?
Well, they've gotten to the line tonight a lot. Basically, they're saying, I'm going to take it to you. And the only way you can stop me is to foul me. But here's the thing. If you're afraid to sacrifice your body, you'll never pick up a lot of free throws. So great job in the first half.
And you, big fella, let's get your thoughts on the Nuggets.
Well, as we know, it's always a good idea to pound the ball into the paint. So many defensive game plans are focused just on stopping the three. When you hurt a team down low, they got to react. That allows you to play inside out. Trust me, I have the blueprint. I own the blueprint. I created the blueprint. Inside, kick it back out, shoot the three. Rick Fox beat Shaw, and big shot, Bob for 3. The crowd go crazy. I know you remember that, Ernie.
Thanks for joining us, folks. We're now just a few minutes away from the start of the third quarter.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game that's been so far. You know, guys, Jason Tatum has really been making it happen.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
And you know what? They've come at him a few different ways defensively, and nothing has slowed him down.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far.
Well, the Nuggets were a surprise team to many last year, but they look poised to be good for a long time.
I could not agree with you more. They were the youngest team in the Western Conference, guys, in terms of the playoffs, and they've got a solid salary cap situation. This could be the start of a golden age for the Nuggets, pun intended.
Third quarter action getting rolling right now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. So on the floor for Denver, the backcourt is Murray and Harris. Millsap and Jokic, the big men. And it's Porter at the 3 spot.
You know, that's exactly what you want from your point guard. Get the ball to the open guy, on time and on target.
And it's the Nuggets with the ball. 4-point game. They'll be off to Brooklyn for a meeting with the Nets after this one. They're in the midst of a 4-game road trip right now. That'll be game number 3. Harris inside. Brown on him. Harris no good.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position. You can see the frustration on his face.
Here's Walker. Rebound by the Nuggets.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
And you know what? He's not going to give up an easy finish at the rim. I mean, that's just against his constitution.
Here's Hayward, and it's sent back by Jokic.
Outstanding timing from Jokic there. Then the superb reach to wipe away the shot. Defensively, there was a lack of aggressiveness, and it really made it easy for him to knock that shot down.
Now here's Walker. He's got 8. And there's the pass to Brown. Down low, here's Tatum. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's going to be on Jamal Murray.
Yeah, I like the aggressiveness of Jason Tatum there. He's looking for contact and doing a nice job drawing the fouls there.
For Boston, they have shot 8 of 10 from the line. That's an even 80% free throw shooting here. And he makes the first. Moves on moves. That's Jason Tatum.
I mean, this guy's a natural isolation scorer. Jab steps, crossovers, turnarounds, fadeaways. He's got an awful lot in his bag.
The Celtics making a switch here. Smart's checked in. And so Tatum nails them both. Mark, you know, some players just don't need a lot of rest. They could play basketball all day, every day, and don't want to be taken out. They've all got a lot of engine in them.
Yeah, they do. 24/7 guys, we call them. They don't need a lot of fuel, and it seems like they never are out of fuel. Guys like Paul George and Russell Westbrook come to mind.
Passes to Jokic. And Jokic throws it down.
I am very impressed with the poise Jokic has shown tonight. He's been unflappable no matter what they've thrown at him.
Now Walker, he's got 10. Outside Tatum, back to Walker. Puts up a 3. Yes, it is. Scored that as a bucket. Number 5 on a 5 for 11 night.
And Walker always shot ready. This is why you can't lay off of him, especially when the ball's going towards him.
Outside Porter. Back to Murray. Outside Millsap. That one a little long.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
And here's Walker outside. Unable to get that one. And the Nuggets going the other way. Murray, the pass to Jokic. Back to Murray. Harris outside. To the wing on the left. Takes the 13-footer. Murray, no good. Celtics leading by 6. Here's Smart. Here's Cantor. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Yeah, the defender all over him.
Greg, he got him good there. I mean, that's why the shot was so far off.
The Celtics have been getting it done at the line, 10 for 12. That's good from Cantor. Celtics making a switch here. Tice is checked in. Big group substitution here for Denver. Plumlee is checked in for Millsap. Jeremy Grant comes in for Michael Porter. Beasley's checked in for Gary Harris. And Morris subbed in for Murray. He hits both from the stripe.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
Yeah, they've not missed a single foul shot this half, and that's taking care of business, fellas.
Here's Jokic, and the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Kemba Walker picks one up.
Well, I love how crafty Jokic is. You know, he basically baits defenders into committing the foul once he gets deep position.
Well, Greg, the rapid ascension of Nikola Jokic into NBA stardom has been nothing short of amazing. You know, he really is an elite center now.
I mean, he's the best player on a very talented young team in the West. I would not be surprised to see him win an MVP in the next few years.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one. And, you know, there are so many things to like about Jokic's game, Clark, and his footwork is right near the top.
I would agree with that, Kevin. His footwork is exquisite. I mean, it is top shelf. This guy does not get enough credit for his pivoting, but his hands are great. His touch is phenomenal. He loses a lot of defenders when he's back to the basket with that footwork of his. I tell you, I was so impressed when I locked into him with my isolated camera during the playoffs. The Joker is no joke.
And it's been a really good day for him at the line. Some other bigs have well-documented problems on their free throws. He's not one of them.
Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over.
And let's take a quick look now at some stats for Kemba Walker. Some impressive play from him over the last month. Averaging 21 points per game, 7 assists, and 3 rebounds. Even though his numbers have been more than solid, I think he'll want to step his game up to another level.
Yeah, and you know, on paper, those numbers are terrific. Most players would be thrilled with those numbers, but as good as they are, I know this guy expects more of himself.
Tatum, and Grant sends it back. And the dunk by Grant.
Man, Grant has great intensity on his drives to the basket. I mean, there's a ferocity with which he drives that's quite unique.
Now here's Walker. 13 points in the game. Pass to Tatum. Back to Walker. Pass to Tatum. Plumlee with the steal. Beasley with it. Now guarded by Smart. Oh, tried to dunk it home, but drew the foul, and he'll go to the line. Well, so important to have three-point shooters that can stretch the defense and open things up. These small forwards have been doing just that over the last month. In the third spot, Gordon Hayward. And, of course, Jason Tatum.
I mean, you've got a dilemma when it comes to any of the guys on that list. Stay up tight on them on the perimeter, and you risk them blowing by you. But if you back off, you might get your feelings hurt.
Well, I think you've got to take the first approach, Greg. You got to get up into them. You can't give these guys any space to shoot the three.
Analytics, Clark, are such a major factor for coaching staffs and scouting staffs, and plenty of micro-analysis to go around. But some statistics can actually be a little bit misleading, don't you think?
Yeah, I agree with you, Kevin, and you can torture the numbers to say whatever you want them to say, so you have to be careful. I think there's a great place for analytics in the game. It's very useful in some areas, but you have to balance it. There has to be a blend there. Take, for instance, shot blocking. Just because you don't block a shot, that sometimes can dismiss what changing shots do to a team's defense or for a team's defense. the number of threes being taken. Effective field goal percentage is more important than raw field goal percentage because of threes.
Man, he's having quite the quarter, converting at a really high percentage.
Here's Morris. Tipped away. And up the court come the Celtics on the break. And Walker kicks to Tice. The shot's good on the assist by Walker. Walker's got assist number 5 here tonight. Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for the Celtics.
Their high-energy defensive effort has paid off for them, guys, with more than a few steals over the course of the ball game.
And also, I've been extremely impressed with their interior D. Their rim protection has been as good as it gets.
Morris. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And, you know, you look at Monte Morris, this former Iowa State Cyclone, really an ideal option as a backup point guard because he's efficient and gets a lot done in limited playing time.
These are his 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first one falls. And Morris Clark, a 2nd-round pick in 2017. He came alive in his sophomore season.
I love the fact that he got his chance and he made the most of it, Kevin. He showed great poise and awareness, excellent in terms of his shot selection, and was highly productive as a scorer and playmaker off the bench.
And so it's Walker with it, who brings it up for the Boston Celtics. Good on the shot. Walker's got 17.
Stuff in that stat sheet. Kemba Walker can't grade out much better than what he's done tonight.
The Nuggets trail by 9. Morris looking over the floor. Barton wide open. He fires. Drops in the tray. Barton's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Morris against Walker. The pass to Tice. Back to Walker. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. Walker's got 11 points here in just the second half. The Nuggets have gone even 5 of 10 on shot attempts in the 3rd. Morris outside. The dish to Grant. Shot clock at 5. Barton in the corner. Launches it. It's rebounded by Tice. Celtics leading by 8. Smart with the ball. 5 points in the game. Here's Williams. Beasley with the steal. 5-on-3 break. 3-pointer. Barton gets it to go from beyond the arc. Barton's got 6 here in this quarter.
Boy, they've been terrific from beyond here in the second.
Exactly what the doctor ordered. Those 3-point bombs will erase the deficit quickly if they can keep it up.
An unreal athlete. Williams gets off the floor with such ease to power it down.
Time called here. The Nuggets decide to talk it over.
Well, one thing you've got to know about Kemba Walker is that this guy can go off at any time. A dynamic scorer that also possesses the killer instinct. And when he gets it going, watch out. It can snowball into a dominating performance.
Brad Wanamaker's checked in for Jason Tatum.
A chance here, Kevin, to see where the Nuggets sit statistically in the NBA right now.
They don't make many mistakes. I just love the mental toughness. You saw 3rd fewest turnovers per game. Great decision making is so valuable, particularly down the stretch. Definitely a notch in their favor.
And for Walker, who stayed 3 years at UConn, but he just keeps getting better on the offensive end.
Boy, Kemba Walker is one of the most dynamic little guys we've had in the league in its history. I mean, his ability to score from outside and inside, really hard to match. And quite special. He's the type of player who always is surprising you on the upside.
Now, here's Grant. He's got 6. Barton outside. High, arcing shot.
Their game plan needs to change if they're going to get out of this hole because he is just not there offensively.
Walker finds Williams. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's going to be on Mason Plumlee.
Boy, he is a behemoth in the paint. Once Williams establishes himself, you almost have to foul it.
Mark, I want to take you back a bit here to 1982. What was going through your mind over your first few NBA games?
Well, Kevin, first of all, I was really excited and thankful to have a chance to realize a dream, but I was also a little bit nervous going up against some of the guys that I had watched and idolized from afar. But once you're between those lines, it's not about idolizing guys. It's about trying to posterize them.
Any player in particular, one player that you looked out on the floor and you were out there as well saying, oh, my goodness, look who I'm playing against tonight?
Well, when we first saw the Celtics and the Sixers, Larry Bird and those great teams in the 80s, Cedric Maxwell and Kevin McHale, and then the Sixers, my rookie year, won it all. And they had Moses Malone, Dr. J, Bobby Jones, some of the greats in the game. So those two teams, and Dr. J and Larry Bird in particular.
And you like to see since the half now, he's finally starting to come around.
Boston leading by 6. And it's Walker penetrating. And the layup's good off the glass. Walker's got 13 points now in the quarter.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
Morris passes to Plumlee. It's Barton on the wing, guarded by Smart. And Beasley gets it to go on the assist by Barton.
And I like how he draws the attention on the inside and then the nice little kick out in rhythm for the jumper.
Morris against Walker. Outside, Smart. Back to Walker. Lets the 3 fly. Good work defensively by Morris. The Nuggets trail by 6. With the floater. Got a hand on it. And he recovers it. Barton from outside. Hits it from 3-point range. Barton's got 11 points.
After a bunch of hard work, Barton has become a decent threat from deep. Got to watch out for him now.
Smart against Beasley. Outside, Smart. Passes it to Tice. Walker in the corner. Baseline J on the way. And there are the Celtics with another basket.
Monster quarter for him. He's put the team on his back, trying to carry them to the W.
We've got 1:23 left in the third. Denver calls timeout.
Well, you have to give credit to Kemba Walker, who has always found ways to improve his game year after year. Has worked on that shot and tool set enough where he can now be a handful to defend for any guard.
Some changes for Boston. Cantor checked in for Daniel Tice. Hayward comes in for Kemba Walker. And it's Brown in for Brad Wanamaker. Big group substitution here for Denver. Paul Millsap's checked in for Plumlee. Porter comes in for Grant. Harris is checked in for Malik Beasley. And it's Jamal Murray in for Monte Morris. Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Well, guys, one of the things that the NBA has been forward thinking about is always accepting new ideas. And they've got a bunch of them on the table in recent weeks. A mid-season tournament, a postseason play-in tournament, maybe even reducing the 82-game regular season schedule. Now, all of these would be very bold moves, but Commissioner Adam Silver has always demonstrated a willingness to think outside the box. Kevin?
BA, great assessment, good report. Thank you so much. Now, Smart Following the miss by Michael Porter from deep. The kick out to Brown. From outside, off the mark.
They've been the better rebounding team by a healthy margin, but it hasn't been enough.
Yeah, you know, they're hustling and giving a good effort, that's for sure, but unfortunately, the execution has been lacking.
And he found the perfect spot behind the arc there. Big gap in the D.
Murray against Smart. Pass to Brown. The feed to Hayward. Off target at the rim. 1 second left. Off target. Kemba Walker firing on all cylinders for Boston. They've leaned on him for offense, and he hasn't let them down. He's now up to 23 points today. We've got more in store for you right after this. While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
For me, next to the big-time alley-oops and monster throwdowns, passes like that are probably the next best thing when it comes to sweet-looking NBA highlights.
We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. Brown and Hayward, they're the wings. Williams is out there with Ennis Cantor, and it's Smart in at the point guard position. That's the Boston 5. And that one's good. Millsap.
Decisive on the catch-and-shoot jumper from Millsap. He's not going to let that opportunity go to waste.
It's Smart with the drive. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Very rare for players to be elite defenders from the moment they set foot in the NBA, but that was the case for Marcus Smart. A tremendous physicality to go with a pit bull disposition has made him downright scary at times at that end of the floor.
And that one falls for Smart. You know, Greg, defense forgiven for Marcus Smart. The growth necessary for him has been at the offensive end.
And now, finally making progress as a three-point shooter. Had already made strides with his passing. He's becoming quite the two-way player.
Jokic has checked in for Denver. And so, Smart nails both of them. The Nuggets trail by 4. Here's Murray. He kicks to Porter. Just 5 on the clock. Can't hit that one. Hayward with some nice D. Brown dishes to Hayward. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
And you don't want to allow too many of those short ones with the game right now in the balance. You talk about players that have transformed their bodies in the NBA. How about Gordon Hayward? Has added muscle every year while maintaining that speed and agility.
Free throw drops for Hayward. You know, Greg, when he came into the league, Hayward looked so young. You almost don't recognize him now.
I mean, the suit of armor from his time in the weight room and the hair looking sharp to match.
And it's Jokic missing. Boston leading by 7. Takes the 13-footer, and it's Hayward. That time on the assist from Smart. And 12 points for Gordon Hayward. And so it's Murray who brings the ball up for the Nuggets. Outside Millsap. Jokic against Smart. Pass to Murray. They need this. But they'll get another chance.
There's another opportunity, and everything's going right for these guys.
Back to Jokic. Well, it was only a matter of time, but they finally get the bucket.
You can't afford to lose sight of Jokic, not even for a second. This guy's always a threat to hurt you on the offensive boards.
Left side, Williams. Back to Smart. Kicks to Cantor from 13, and it's Jokic with the rebound. Jokic has got 13 rebounds in the game. Class eating. They grab their own miss. Millsap, and terrific work on the offensive glass, and he picks up 2. Now just a 5-point Boston lead. Smart against Murray. Hayward outside. Back to Smart. Shot clock at 6. There's the pass to Hayward. And it's off from 3-point range. The Nuggets trail by 5. Inside, here's Porter. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. Murray's got 6 assists in the game.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over.
And how about the transition from Paul Millsap, going away from that star role to being more of a role player here in his later years? No longer needed to carry the torch, if you will, in terms of scoring and rebounding, but he can still give you just a bit of everything else at this stage.
Tatum, he's checked in for the Celtics. And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Hey, Kevin. Well, look, here's what Brad Stevens went over with his guys during the break. This is a close game, as you know, and he sounded extremely confident. He told the players, don't let up now, fellas. This is when we make our move, right now. Kevin?
And with Millsap, you can just see him contribute in so many ways.
I mean, a great passer for his position and also very unselfish with his offense. Still a plus defender with how often he is giving up size on the inside.
And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line. So we'll see Paul Millsap go to the line here. It goes on Jason Tatum. And let's take a moment here to get your guys' take on scoring so far for the Nuggets.
And I like how they've taken the high percentage shot in the paint. In that first half, we saw them doing it, and they've continued to succeed as the game has worn on.
Another part of their game that's made a difference tonight is all the second chance points they've been able to get. You look at Paul Millsap, one of my favorite players, came into the league after 3 years of college as an undersized power forward who has shown that he not only can rebound, but has become an all-star scorer, too.
Now, here's Brown. Back to Smart. In the corner, Tatum with it. Trying to get something going, and slam dunk by Tatum.
Tatum showing you his force that time, being athletic and aggressive on the finish.
For Denver, they've gone 6 of 11 since the start of the fourth quarter. And year in and year out, Paul Millsap finds a way, Clark, to get it done.
He does, guys. I mean, he's just rock solid. An all-star player multiple times. All he does is help his team win, and he does it in ways beyond just scoring and rebounding. He can open up space with his shooting. He's an outstanding passer, and he's also good at the defensive end and picking people's pockets.
And here is Brown following the three-pointer by Jokic. Brown kicks to Cantor. Jokic with the steal. Here's Porter, and finished off by Porter.
A high-level athlete with great run and jump ability. Porter finishes well in transition.
Porter with the steal. Their offense has been great here.
Yeah, the ball movement has been terrific, and they've kept the defense off balance.
And there's the foul. It's on Jaylen Brown. That's foul number 2 for him. Boston on D, trailing by 5. Left side, Harris. Millsap passes to Murray. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Harris inside the line.
And thus far, they've managed to overcome an off game from him offensively.
Here's Brown. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's on Gary Harris.
And Brown is a guy who is hunting contact. Defenders have to be more cautious around him when they're defending.
And the first one drops. And for Jaylen Brown, part of the challenge last season, especially with the return of Gordon Hayward, was meeting the high expectations, Greg, in a reduced role.
Competition for minutes, and then early on, he struggled. We all see the potential, but it's really about seizing the moment every time you're on the court.
Harris, a decent ball handler, continues to work at improving that part of his game.
Kanter finds Hayward. Buries it down low.
Has he risen to the challenge down the stretch, or what? 3 or 4 here in the fourth.
And Denver has possession. They lead by 4. Murray, the pass to Jokic. Beyond the arc. Hayward grabs the board. Hayward's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Walker dishes to Kanter. Nice fake, but the layup off the mark.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
And you know what? He's not going to give up an easy finish at the rim. I mean, that's just against his constitution.
And there's the foul. It's on Jaylen Brown. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. Boston on D. The fadeaway. Rebounded by the Celtics. Kanter's got 13 rebounds in the game. Class eating. Walker against Harris. Here's Kanter. The shot's good on the assist by Walker. And it's 6 points for Enes Kanter.
Boy, just an excellent assist. Nice work from Kemba Walker.
And Denver has possession. A 2-point game. Pass to Jokic. Back to Murray. And he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
Boy, what a smooth and skilled passer Jokic is. For a big guy, he's extremely dangerous at dropping dimes in the pick and roll.
And you want him taking big shots for you in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
Well, you don't want to give him any open shots at this stage. Never mind a layup. Come on now. My goodness.
Here's Murray. Jason Tatum picking up that last basket. Murray, the pass to Millsap. That counts. He's put up 13 shots, and he's had 8 of those go in.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
There's Brown with the 3. It's hauled in by the Nuggets.
It's almost like he's trying to make things hard on himself. You know, he's just got to slow the game down, try to get some easy ones.
Porter, no luck. Celtics trail by 4. Here's Tatum. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Guys, you talk about players coming in and with a huge impact. Jason Tatum showed he was more than ready to be an NBA star.
Rare do you see a player as polished and as impactful as Tatum. Stepped right in to be one of the top players on a top team with Boston. Fits their system perfectly, and really the sky is the limit for that young man.
Marcus Smart's check in for Jaylen Brown. And the officials signal the backcourt violation. Not very careful there.
He went a decent amount of time before his first turnover there. It's really been a good, safe stretch of basketball from him to this point.
And it's Walker penetrating. He nails it. And we're tied up. Walker's got 25 points.
He's flipped the script here in this half, shooting a much higher percentage from the field.
And Murray's got the ball here for Denver. He feeds it to Millsap. 20 feet out. Offensive rebound. And Jokic gets it to go. Jokic has got 11 in the second half.
Jokic has the ability to score from just about anywhere, but he's most dangerous inside. Tremendous skill in the painted area.
And he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for one more.
Major dominance, and it comes so easily for him. Fantastic at getting to his spots on the floor.
And the free throw is good, now leading by 1. Denver's gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the 4th. Smart against Harris. Deep 2 from Murray. Basket is good, the assist from Harris. 16 points for Jamal Murray.
Jamal Murray proving he's not afraid of the big moments. Big time shot there.
And Walker kicks to Smart. Tatum against Harris. Hayward right side. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's going to be on Jokic.
Putting defenders in tough spots is a trait of Hayward's game. I mean, he gets his man on the back foot and forces him to either foul or give up the easy one.
That free throw, no good. And he's good on the second.
They should be in front right now, but he'll be relieved not to have come up totally empty there.
Outside, Porter. Back to Murray. Pass to Harris. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
I like the competitive juice of Gary Harris. He wants to win every game, and he plays for his team at a high level.
And Harris drops them both. Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over. One of the stories here, Nikola Jokic getting it done today.
And he has absolutely worn them out in the paint. They need to come up with a plan to limit his touches in the interior.
And now we get the chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Nikola Jokic.
And he's put on a terrific show of skill in the paint. A combination of moves, footwork, and that soft touch down low. It's all added up to one dominant performance for the big fella.
Boston trailing. Outside, Walker. He kicks it to Smart. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. It's on Gary Harris.
As tough as they get, Smart's a bulldog out there. Does a good job of drawing contact, oftentimes by initiating it.
He's perfect from the line this time.
He's basically automatic from the line, not the guy you want to send there now.
Denver's gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the 4th. Murray against Smart. Pass to Harris. Takes the 3. And Tatum pulls it down.
Boy, I'm absolutely shocked he didn't get that one to go. Usually he's money from deep.
He dishes it to Hayward. 14 feet away, and the shot is long. And for the Nuggets, their shooting has been just great in the 4th quarter, 54%. And Porter, here we go. And Hayward with the block, and he gets it back. Porter, no luck. And they're in position to take the lead.
And how big would a bucket be at this stage of the game?
And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul, shot misses. He'll be shooting 2.
Clearly a foul.
Yeah, he took a shot there, earned those free throws.
He drops the first one, and that gives them the lead. And a tough break as his second attempt at the line, no good.
Yeah, one more make would have been nice, but they do walk away with the lead.
Harris, when it's a crucial possession, he amps up his game.
And so it's Walker with it, who brings it up for Boston. Hangs, and Cantor wide open. He shoots. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. We can expect a dramatic end to this one.
Yeah, no quit by either side, guys. Neither team willing to give any ground.
There's 1:17 left in the game. Murray surveying the D. The pass to Jokic. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. 24 points for Jokic.
Boy, he is an all-star level talent for sure. Jokic, a safe bet in the clutch.
In the corner, Smart with it. No good on the triple. The Nuggets shooting 43% from the floor. On up the court. Count it!
Well, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
Cool, calm, collected, and confident in the biggest moment of the game. Yes.
Now, here's Walker. Outside, Smart. Back to Walker. Good! And what a sensational bucket to bring them within one.
Boy, watch out, watch out. Walker has caught 5.
We've got 33 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Murray, the pass to Jokic. Dishes it to Millsap. Yes!
And they do have a foul to give.
Now a timeout called by Boston. They're behind by 3. 20 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, your thoughts?
And if you can get a 3, shoot it. Otherwise, get the quick 2 and a foul.
Either way, they got to score the ball.
.20 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation.
Boy, in a game this snug, you can ill afford to commit those kinds of turnovers.
.15 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. And an intentional foul right there.
Yeah, you have to do that, though. You can't just let them dribble the game.
Exactly. I mean, you got to stop the clock any way possible and hope they alligator arm a few of those free throws.
And you can wrap this one up. Great job to stay cool at the line and finish it off.
Walker against Murray. Tatum on the wing. Launches it. And that one goes out of bounds. Nice touch by Porter. There's Walker with the 3. So we see Denver get the win here. A narrow win under difficult circumstances, Greg, as the visiting team.
It really was, but that didn't seem to bother them. I mean, road team, home team, all I know is they were the better team.
Well said. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Mason, your game has expanded some, and what has that process been like?
You know, you just learn something new every game. You have to study your opponent and see what's going to be open, but some of the constants have to be rebounding, defense, bringing energy in, and that's always going to get you a little bit.
Well, you had the whole package tonight, Mason. Thanks. Kevin, back to you.
All right, David, thank you. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. So long and good night, everyone.